Yeah, that's right. We are back live in the back garden shed. Woohoo! Hello, one and all. This is the 3000.
Political events may have
Oh, hello. I've got my other laptop open so I can see my comments, which is something I learned on the first live stream, which was an utter shambles. Hopefully this one's going to go better. Yeah, this is a 3000 subscriber live stream. Whew, can't believe seemed like only yesterday it was the 2000 subscriber live stream. And we've already got a hello from John Rodford. Hello, John. And hello from Voodoo Skate Company. Hello there. Am I coming through loud and clear? I hope so. Last time out, we had a power cut and also the internet dropped out. So it was a bit of a disaster, if I'm honest. So a bit of loud and clear. Yeah, hi Marcus, nice one. So a bit of background on the channel. I started just over a year ago. It took me 10 months to get to the 1,000 subscribers, and then it took another couple of months to get to 2,000, and it's taken about a month to get to 3,000. So since the last live stream, we've had another 1,100 eager skateboard enthusiasts join the channel, and welcome to you all. I'm humbled, delighted, in equal measure. Woo! We got congrats from Toronto. Yeah, my brother lives near Toronto. He lives out by the Blue Mountains. I'm sure you might know it, Coachy Coach. Good stuff. Hello from Colorado, says John. That's great that there's some friends from over the other side of the pond joining us. I was hoping my 8 o'clock time slot might involve those guys. The only ones I haven't been able to get in the zone with as yet is our Antipodean friends, because they always seem to be in the middle of the night, no matter whether I start early or late. So if anybody is in from Australia or New Zealand, then you win the prize. Hello from Oklahoma. Hello from Pennsylvania. Yeah, Tolson Wilson. Great stuff. Coachy, does he skate? A little bit. He's more of a snowboarder. So he loves a bit of the Blue Mountains and a bit of a wakeboarder as well. So he loves the lake. Very nice. Good stuff. Yeah, so a bit of background on the channel then while we're waiting for more people to join. I started the channel really as a focus for my own progression. And I was finding I was skating on my jack in the day quite a lot. And I needed a focus because I was wallying about, not really learning anything and flitting from thing to thing, but not sticking with anything. Hello from Sweden. Hello, Sven. So I found that recording a video about a trick that I was learning gave me a good focus, and it seemed to work quite nicely. I'm late. Did we already get? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We did have a yeah, that's right at the start. Woohoo! Oh, Tolson, if you could only do one thing, if you could only do one for the rest of your life, would you skate or play guitar? Oh my goodness, that's a involved question already from Tolson. Thank you, dude. Hello from Eindhoven in the Netherlands. Hi, Mike. Love the Netherlands. Woohoo! Answering the question about the guitar or the skateboarding, I'd have to say at the moment it's skateboarding, because I've had a bit of time off from the guitar due to the current pandemic, so I haven't done an awful lot of playing guitar for a living, but I've done an awful lot of skateboarding because I haven't been playing guitar for a living. So it's probably going to be skateboarding, I would say. Hello from Italy. Yeah, brilliant stuff. We've got a truly international flavour to tonight's live stream. This is lovely stuff. So yeah, as I was saying, we have gone up by 1,100, which is truly humbling, and thank you guys. It's a really lovely community. The vibe is amazing, and everyone is so kind on the comments. John says, hi, I'm 47. I've recently returned to mini ramp and I'm making some progress. I should visit Bodmin Skate Park on my way to Newquay. It's quiet in the mornings. Yeah, that's right. Oh, indeed. I'd enjoy that very much, John, on the Bodmin. And I do like a trip to Newquay. That park in Newquay is fabulous. And I don't know whether anybody's seen, but you can put it in your notes of things to check out. Check out the St Ives skate park plan. That looks absolutely magnificent for anybody who likes a trip to Cornwall. When is a little nipper going to switch from scooter to skateboard? Coachy, yeah, he already is skateboarding. He's on the mini ramp. He's doing the rock fakie and the drop in. He likes the scooter just because he's totally self-sufficient at the skate park, so he doesn't need daddy to help him out. And even though he's 4, he's already at that age where he doesn't want to be helped out by daddy in front of his mates. He wants to be pretty cool. So with the skateboarding, I like to help him out because skateboarding is really hard, even though he makes it look easy. But in the long and short of it is a bit of both, but the scootering he loves because he can hang out with his mates and he doesn't have to hang out with dad. Yeah, we are back, not off. Hello, nice one, Ed. And hello from Germany. I just subscribed 15 minutes ago after watching the backside air video. Oh my goodness, that backside air video. Whew. I don't think I'll ever be quite the same. Try to get your airs more high now. Yeah, not half. That is the focus point for sure, dude. I was always a little disappointed when you watch back the footage. You know, you're up there, you think you can see the curvature of the earth. Oh my gosh, it's going to be Tony Hawk 10 foot out, and you look back and it's like 1 inch. Which is always disappointing, but that's the way of skateboarding. I remember I used to do videos in my early bowl days and I thought I was tearing around at 100 miles an hour, and you look back at the footage and it's just an old bloke going really slowly on a skateboard. Oh no. When did you start skating? Did you skate when you were younger? I'm a great motivator. Thank you, Marcus. That's very kind. I started skating just over 2 years ago. I didn't skateboard as such when I was younger. I used to use this bad boy simply as a mode of transport. So my skateboarding skills was being able to ride a longboard, push off to get it going, turn corners badly and stop, and that was it. That's all I could do prior to this. But I've surfed all my life, and I think the surfing has been a great influence on the skateboarding. Hello from California. Yeah, have you watched The Search for Animal Chin? I have indeed. It's one of my favourite movies and probably a big influence on me starting skateboarding. There were 3 movies, I think, that started me skateboarding. Finally, I caved in after watching Search for Animal Chin, also Dogtown and Z-Boys, and the Bones Brigade documentary. Those 3 were pretty much the motivators for me to start. Voodoo Skate Company, yeah, that's how I started longboarding down the road. Really helped out with my board control, not half. Oh, because have you ever tried inverts? I'm trying now, but I can't get the courage to get my hand on the coping, even on a 5 foot quarter. I can do them on the transition. Very nice. Yeah, I used to do that on the transition, and I was getting somewhere with it, and then I heavily twisted my ankle. And being the risk-averse wimp I am, I've sadly never revisited it, and I really should, because I love that feeling. I sort of was viewing it as a Burt slide, only a Burt slide that you sort of hop the wheels off of, and I got better at doing Burt slides. So that's the way I was tackling it, and I was getting somewhere, but just that commitment of moving off of the hand back onto the wheels, I got it wrong, and I just twisted my ankle really badly. I had about sort of 2 weeks out of skateboarding, and whenever I have one of those, it haunts me. It sticks in my mind, and I think, risk and reward. Should I really go back to that if it's going to cost me that? And of course, the reality is it probably wouldn't. It was a freak accident, as these things are, but it still sticks in your mind. A long-winded answer, but yeah, I would love to do a video on that. And oh my goodness, the goal of getting your hand on the coping would be exciting. Pedro, hi from Madrid. Hi, Pedro. Ben, I'm 43, not been on the board for 20 years. Any tips? Get on the board, Ben. That's my tip. You're not half. Mechanoff, I'm 43 and my mate's 50. We've been back to the park. Oh, Henley. I love Henley. That's a lovely park. I'm trying to learn to drop into the bowl. I am an out-of-season snowboarder. Animal Chin is great. Yeah, drop in, man. Go for it. Send it. Do not look back. Go. That's rough. Yeah, inverts are scary, but they've been a huge goal for me. The commitment is brutal to overcome. Yeah, you've rekindled my fire. Perhaps that is going to be another one that I'm going to have another go at. Yes, why not? Come on. Smith, evening chap. Been great motivation seeing your vids as I got back into skating this year. Very kind to see. This is a great community. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Just great people having a lovely old time, all united through the common goal of progressing at skateboarding. Woohoo! Adam, hello from Idaho. Yeah, I'm 50. I started surf skating weeks ago and already having fun on the pump track thanks to your tips. Look forward to another surf video. Brilliant, Adam. Love the surf skate so much that I've got a couple of surf skate videos coming up for you. I have got the surf skate sliding video. So I'm going to do Burt slides and power slides. And connoisseurs will notice I've taken the advice of some of you kind people that have commented on the surf skate videos. And I've invested in a new set of wheels. These are the Blood Orange 65mm Pro Series sliding wheels. So they're a little bit smaller than my old wheels, but I am told that these bad boys break out a treat and will slide. So I'm looking forward to reviewing those. I'm going to do a review on Blood Orange wheels, sliding, and also do Burt sliding on a surf skate. And you surf skaters may get excited, but I've also been sent a set of the C5, C4 Park surf skate trucks. And I'm going to do a shootout between those bad boys and regular independents. And some of you more observant viewers may see that I've chosen to use the same wheels and the same decks. So it really is a true shootout of these two different sets of trucks. These are the Surf Skate Carver Park trucks. They're designed to be easier to ride fakie and easier to ride on the coping. They're exactly the same width as the Indies, pretty much the same height, so it should be a nice video to watch if you're interested in such things as crossing over from surf skating to regular skateboarding. Oh, hello, I've put this upside down and that's not going to work. That's not going to fit. Right. Oh, hello. Hey, come on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. I'm gonna fall way behind on these things. So everybody, just grab a cup of tea a second while I have a look back at these. Have I seen mid-90s? I really like mid-90s. I was impressed with that film. I thought it was very, very fun. And that one was from. I'm trying to give everybody a shout out here. The mid-90s. Oh, hello. Yeah, have you seen early 90s? I want to give everybody a shout out. I don't want to miss anything. That's from Lewis. All right, Lewis. Yeah, that's brilliant. Coming off the Girl and Chocolate films from the early 2000s. Yeah, anybody who has checked out my feed lately, I have done a sneaky t-shirt that is based on the Yeah Right Girl skateboards film from 2003, and I've put a sneaky that's in to make it. Yeah, that's right. So if you fancy a t-shirt that looks a little bit like Yeah Right video from the Girl skateboards but is in fact not, then you might want to stay tuned and keep an eager eye out, because those are currently in production and they will be available very soon. Not off. Timothy from France, 33. Myself trying to keep my skate progress and avoiding more ankle injuries. Yeah, that is the one I fear the most, I think, is the ankle injury or sprains in general. I think if you wear pads and you can stop any sort of pressure, sliding, grazing, impact injuries, but if there's a twist, you can't really save that. So ankles, I've got glass ankles and chocolate knees, and my chocolate knees are playing up at the moment, so I'm trying to keep those cool. Adam Holkin is stoked. Yeah, Adam, you're in the right place, because I'm stoked too. We're all stoked. That's a beautiful thing. James, hey, big man. Big shout out from Jamie. Just recovering from dislocating 2 fingers, learning to drop in. Oh my God. The nurse said it's never too old to learn new tricks. Well, the nurse knows a thing or two about skateboarding then. Not half. Brilliant. Guitars keep me sane. Congrats. Yeah, guitars do indeed keep you sane. as does skateboarding. My man off, have you had a hard slam you have, so I can't even read. If you have a hard slam, you get the fear. You need to break through that. Yeah, yeah, indeed, yeah. Sometimes a good hard slam gives me confidence because I think, oh, if that's as bad as it is, I can actually deal with that. But it's not so much the slam, it's the injury that haunts you. It's like being out. I hate being out from skateboarding. I have to skateboard every day. So if I'm just unlivable, and it's more the people around me I worry for if I can't skateboard. And things like ankles and sprains and knees and Achilles and all those things will stop you skateboarding. So that's, I guess, the fear. Love your vids. You're a charismatic dude. Oh, that's very kind from Jared. Thank you, dude. Pie. Yep. Johnny, you plan to take your mini ramp tricks to higher ramps, maybe even the vert? Yeah, that is always the plan, John. What I've been doing with my mini ramp tricks, the first stage is to take them to Duck Lane, which is the bowl, the concrete bowl that I ride at a lot, and that shallow end is 3.5 foot. And then the next bit up is 5.5 foot, and that's quite steep and it's concrete, so that's woo-hoo-hoo. And the Prevail skate park, which is the indoor wood skate park, in the bowl there's a 5 foot backwards and forwards bit, and the goal is to take it from my mini ramp through those stages and end up at the 7 foot mini ramp, which is at Prevail, which is featured in some of my videos. And I figure if I can get it on the 7 foot, you're starting to get a little bit more involved. Also, another thing I've been experimenting with is relearning my mini ramp tricks without the pads, which is a bit risk and reward, but I'm finding that once I get really comfortable and dialed in with a trick, it just adds an extra frisson of focus, and also just gets your heart beating a bit more because you're coming back in with no pads. It's like doing the same thing without a safety net. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do it exactly the same, but obviously it plays on the mind. So I enjoy that psychological challenge of whipping the pads off on the mini ramp. And I've been taking that around various things. Today I had a little dabble in the deep bowl at Duck Lane, the 9 foot vert bowl, trying to do a frontside grind, which I feel comfortable with now, trying to do that without the safety net of the pads. And that nearly went horribly wrong. If anybody follows me on Instagram, that is, excuse me, that is at John Bishop Skate, Jon Bishop Skate on the Instagram. It's a bit easier to update things quickly, so you get a daily feed of all the stuff going on. And if you saw the Instagram, there is a video of me holding on for dear life, is the only way it could be described, with no pads on in that deep bowl, doing a front side grinder. Tony, nice to see you at Prevail next week. Yeah, nice to see you, Tony. It's always nice to see people at places. I just don't want to miss anybody here. Adam, that's going to be cool. Can't wait to see that video. Nice one, dude. 49 here in Northern California. Started back at the end of May this year after 35 years being off the board. I've got my eye on you. My goodness, I'll tell you what, I've got my eye on you. If you were in California, I would love to come. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I think I would be there with you now. It's a dream. That's going to be the pilgrimage. Never been skateboarding in California, and I'm itching to do so. So as soon as this thing gets back, I'm going to be right there. Cool. Do you enjoy video editing as well? What can't you do well? I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed the journey of learning the skills of trying to produce things. And my first video I did was a half-assed attempt at documenting a backside Burt slide. And if you want a treat to see how far the channel's come, you can go back and watch that video. It's an absolute disaster in terms of production. The audio is distorted, the shots are wobbly, nothing's framed correctly, the edits are appalling. There's only one music track, which was the only thing I'd recorded up to that point for the skateboarding channel. I'm mumbling. There's no projection. It's truly not the best. So yeah, I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed progressing at trying to make the videos as watchable as possible, and that's been quite a steep learning curve, I guess. Wicked. And Timothy's saying, I'm actually always now using ankle protection to try and avoid injuries. I lose flexibility, but I prefer having troubles with the kick flips and keep skating and the bowls and other tricks. Yeah, that's a really nice touch, Timothy. Yeah, I think there are some ankle braces out there that would stop the rolling to a certain extent. I know that the tennis player Andy Murray uses some very high-tech looking anti-roll the ankle jobs. And with my glass ankles, I did look into ankle protection. I've just got some BMX ankle pads. I did a video on skate protection where I basically go through all the pads that I use, which is an awful lot of pads, and one of them is the ankle pad, and it's in there, and I've beefed it up a bit because I kept on getting the board hitting me on the ankles and the Achilles, and it was not so fun. Graham, aha! They're like, yeah, hey John, do you go through any specific warm-up routines before you skate? Yeah, I do. I'm a little bit OCD riddled and very strange indeed. So I like to do, first of all, 25 press-ups. I don't know why. I think it's because I saw Steve Albert does that before he skates, and I thought that looks like the sort of thing you should do, because he's skating pools and crazy. He does. So I do 25 press-ups. That gets the blood flow, and then from that press-up position, I do the right leg in front of the hand. So that sort of does your splitsy legs, ankly sort of things. And then from that position, I move that so that I'm on the side, so that the knees down on the floor, and push onto that, and then I do the same on the opposite. God, this is good viewing. This is what you tuned in for, this sort of entertainment. And I do it on the other side, and then I stand up, and then I do a couple of sun salutations, and I find I'm pretty much there. A bit of downward dog, and hopefully I'm there. But I've been trying to do yoga every morning, and I've been trying to stretch religiously after every session, because I'm finding that just fatigue and lactic acid is getting the better of my legs, and I like to skate every day. It's Tony from Bros, not off. All right, Tone. Yeah, we'll be seeing you Monday, Chief. Woohoo! Let's just check I haven't missed anybody. I desperately don't want to miss anybody. If you've been missed, put another comment in so I don't miss you. 3K, but still underrated. Great channel. All right, thanks, Potato. Yes, very, very kind of you. And trip to Cali, not off. Ed, Cali is a dream for sure. Yeah, and Barcelona. Yeah, both of those. I love Barcelona, love Cali, and I would like to go to both of those for skateboarding. I've been to both of those, but that was pre-skateboarding. Hi, Sol. Sol's back in the house. Hey, dude. What YouTube skaters do you follow? I like to watch Chad Caruso, because he's an amazing skateboarder and he's got a lovely manner about him. He's one of my influences. He was one of my benchmarks of guys that I thought, ooh, obviously my style is nothing like his, but he has got certain production elements of ways of doing things that I aspire to doing. I think Braille skateboarding was probably one of the first ones I watched as a non-skateboarder, just because it's so entertaining for the non-skateboarder. And that probably influenced my early skateboarding choices. Skateboarding Made Simple videos seemed like a good way to get into it, and they obviously teach you the ollie and the order of those flatland tricks. So I bought my flatland board and then quickly realized that pole skating would be better for me with my surfing background, because I was getting nowhere fast as a 6'3" 44-year-old trying to do ollie 180s on an 8-inch board. It wasn't quite the right fit. Chad's got a new board sponsor. He has indeed. I watched that video. Very nice. Andrew, hi Andrew. Andrew from Bristol. Nice to see you, Andrew. Yeah, those guys came down for a lovely skateboard. We had a bit of Prevail and we had a bit of Duck Lane. It's always lovely to see guys travelling and having a lovely day out. What other YouTube skaters do I follow? So that's Chad Caruso. That's Braille Skateboard. And I think my favourite one at the moment would have to be Jason Park. So if anybody's discovered Jason, he's an absolute comedian and a fantastic skateboarder, and he's got a quirky bag of stuff. So if you don't follow Jason, do it, because it's so entertaining and he's so good at what he does. And he's really good at the YouTube thing. He has live streams where he gets people to goad him into tricks, which would be a particularly poor idea for my channel, because you'd say something and I'd say, I can't do that. and it would go on like that for about 15 minutes, and then everyone would turn off. Right, next up, Voodoo Skate Company. Yeah, do you think Bones wheels or Spitfires wheels are better? My honest answer is I don't know, because I use OJ wheels. These are OJ team riders that I like to ride. These blood oranges are the ones that I'm going to review for the surf skate video, so I haven't skated those. I had a quick go at Duck Lane in those, and they seem to be very, very good. These are penny skateboard wheels on the old 70s Bowl Rider, but I don't think they count. They're just purely because they seem a bit old school, so they're not really a choice, I don't think. These are Kryptonics on this. Again, I had no idea what I was buying, and they seem to work as a longboard wheel. But no, I like OJs. I got OJs on I got 55mm on my Street Andy Anderson. So I don't know. I've been led to believe that they're both brilliant, the Bones and the Spitfires. Chad explains things very nicely. He does. He's a brilliant communicator, Chad. He's very, very natural on screen. Nicholas, hi from Montreal. Yeah, brilliant. Another cousin from over the pond. Very nice. Truly international flavour. Adrian, do you prefer thrills or spills? I think the thrills are always going to win over the spills, but I reckon the spills are an essential part of gaining the thrills. I think you're watching Jason Park for Nana. Those in the know will know what that comment is alluding to. I need not comment further. Art of Ram, low quality, high content. There you go. That's another YouTube skater to check out if you haven't already. Dude, have you checked out Tucken and Bowl or St Newen East Skate Park in Cornwall? Would be great to see some videos on those. I haven't, but I'm always keen. So that's great. Thanks for those tips. That's another nice thing about the channel, is it's like a feedback loop, and the amount of tips, advice and ideas I get coming back is absolutely brilliant. And a lot of the surf skate ideas, like the slidey Bert slidey wheels, and also the C5 Carver trucks, those come from people saying they'd like to see a video on it, and I'm sort of like game, because I'm like, yeah. So do keep those ideas coming in, whatever you think would be good. It's always good to have an outside influence, otherwise just creating in a vacuum and you can disappear down a dark alley. And from the Ukraine, hey man, how you doing? Lucas, you motivate me so damn well to go out on the streets and skate until my body is damaged. COVID will not stop us. Nice one, Lucas. Yeah, try not to damage your body, but I know what you mean. Woo! I set up a board for riding in the rain recently. Gotta tell you, it's so much fun. Hard luck, good times bearings. They do not rust at £24, so grab an old deck. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Ed. I saw some crazy video of guys doing longboard downhill, sliding, all in the rain. It looked incredibly woo. I gotta say, as soon as there's an ounce of moisture, I'm out, because I'm so risk averse. It's hard enough on an even playing field, but as soon as there's something outside of my control, I'm like, ooh, best leave it alone. Hi from Holland. Yeah, hi Michael, how you doing, man? Very kind. And Thomas, yeah, all right, dude. What's up at work in Canada? Yeah. So a quick one. Would you rather be able to do a nose blunt 180 out, or a blunt stall kip flip fakie in the pole, or maybe some other dream trick? Nice one, Thomas. Yeah, my dream trick, I think, of all time, is the front side tuck knee air. If I can get one of those over the coping in a pool, that will be me done. And I think the backside air gave me that excitement, but I'm not going to lie to you, that beat me up so much. The thought of coming in without back, your back to the woo, and not being able to see where you're going is pretty scary. But I think I'm going to take the same process as I did with the backside air, just take it gradually, film it over a few sessions, and we're going to get there. But I've got to man up and do it. I've got to man up and do the invert. I've got to man up and do these things that I want to do. I really want to do the front side Smith grind. That was another one when I started out. And I've got the front side Smith stall, but every time I try and grind it, all hell breaks loose. And I need to man up again, and I need to just decide and do a video on it and try and get some, because that would be another dream trick. Scouser, oh, fun stuff. He's a Scouser located in Nashville, Tennessee. Wow, what a great place to locate yourself, especially if you're a guitar player, musician, music fan. Nashville, oh my goodness. You're the man, John. Wow, Stephen Charlie, hello, life in the random lane. Nice one. Nice guys. Sent you a pair of their skate shoes yet? Seems they got all the YouTubers covered. 3,000 deserves a pair or two. Not half. I'm not going to argue with free shoes. Front side truck. Tuck knee is super sick. Yeah, I mean, whew, yeah, man, that would be a lovely thing. I remember when the dream was the backside air. That's right, Sol. That's right. Old schooler here in Nova Scotia, Canada. Wow, brilliant. Yeah, as I said, my brother lives in Canada. I've been a fair few times. I love the Canada. Love the whole of the North America. It's, God, what a dream. You guys paint your curbs, and that is a beautiful thing. Over in the UK, it seems to be less about painting the curbs. They need to get the health and safety regs sorted so that we can go and skate all the curbs. Woohoo! Curran Caples has the best frontside technique ever. Oh, yeah. James Phillips. Hey, dude. They started building our skate park in West End, Woking, yesterday. You should come when it's open. Come on, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I used to live in Guildford, so I know Woking well, and I know that the McLaren Formula One team have their place in Woking, and a skate park in Woking would be good. Since I left Guildford 6 years ago, I believe they have built a rather nice skate park now, because I bumped into some dudes from Guildford, Surrey, who were doing a skate park tour down here, and they said it was nice. And I wasn't skateboarding then, and it wasn't built anyways. So it would be rad to come up to Surrey and have a look around a few of the parks. The only one I've been to is Henley, and that's amazing. Mavericks Park with all sorts of crazy Maverick stuff going on. I'd love to get back. I've only skated it once. 41-year-old who's only been skating just over a year, and I have to thank you for teaching me. So keep up the great videos. Oh, nice one. That's great. Absolutely. That's some basic mini ramp tricks. Yeah, wicked, man. Yeah, that's the source. I sort of, because I had to build my own mini ramp to allow me to learn mini ramp tricks, because all of the mini ramp tricks in our area, all the mini ramps in our area are just a touch too big for beginners. So when I was really trying to learn the rock fakie, everything was a bit too high, and I was coming a cropper. So yeah, my mini ramp tricks started to get better at the start of this lockdown period, because that's when I built my own ramp, and that ramp was designed purely to facilitate me learning a few things, so it wasn't too crazy in terms of the height of it. And it's definitely been a good thing. That nice one. And Sol sent me a picture, which is very nice. Hey Tom, hi John, do you warm up before skateboarding? Also, do you do any exercise to prevent injuries? Yeah, nice one, man. Yeah, I've already been through the warm-up routine pretty quick, but it's 25 press-ups, then it's some basic stretching of the hamstrings and of the calves and of the basic leg area. Try and keep the ankles nice and limber. I wear ankle supports to try and prevent injury. If I'm learning a new trick, I wear all my pads to try and prevent any sort of impact and sliding injuries. But unfortunately, in terms of sprains and twists and things like that, the only thing you can do to save those is to try and be stronger, so do weights, stay fit, and also to warm up before you start and stretch afterwards. That's really the only way to try and dial down the risk. But unfortunately, it's always going to end up where there's those bits, you know, where you're injured, and I've had those bits of time out. I've done everything. I've done both ankles, both knees, both hips. I've been very lucky with the upper body. I've done my shoulder over and over again, but I wear wrist guards and elbow pads when I'm learning things, because I'm a guitar player, so I'll try and minimise the risk of any sort of injuries there. I stubbed my finger actually, which was really not fun, and that's still oh, that's a bit rude, isn't it? Still a bit bent. It's still sort of like a bit sticky outy, that, which isn't ideal. That was where it just, the board hit it right on the end, and it's never been the same. I'm gonna have a quick slurp of tea. Oh, oh, that's better. Lovely job. It's a pity not to have mini ramps all over to help us begin. I'll tell you what, Timothy, as a beginner skateboarder, the one thing I found is that everything is too big and too scary. Well, at least where I live, there isn't one ramp as a beginner skateboarder that was friendly. So I think you're right. I think every area should have a micro ramp that's accessible. I think when they build these things, though, it has to be for most of the community, and the people having the input are usually rippers, so they want it steep and tall and challenging for them, which is cool in the gang. But if I was a skate park owner, I would definitely have a little area that is a bit less intimidating. So yeah, what's the next sesh at the Duck, John? Tried going there the other day in the morning, but certain pockets were too wet to skate. Yeah, that's right. I was there today, so, and I have to say it was lovely. We were very lucky. But the problem with the Duck Lane Bowl, and I'm sure this is the same all over the place, is when the sun is low in the sky, as it is in the UK at this time of year, it only hits one side of the bowl, and if it's cold weather, it sets up a differential in terms of the temperature. So one side will get quite warm and dry, but that'll actually condense the moist air on the cold side, so it actually gets worse. So you think, oh, it's sunny, that's going to dry the park out, and it actually makes it worse because all the water starts condensing. I've been down the Duck where it's been blazing sunshine, there's been water drizzling down, and you take a towel and you can't actually dry it up because it keeps on forming. So you're damn right, it's a bit of a mixed bag and a bit of potluck. So you have to go down there, and also leaves, and there was worms today. So I had to get in there with the brush, and I was actually doing the Buddhist pick the live ones out. I don't want to kill it, and then the rest of them I was trying to sweep out, but there was a lot of worms. Don't ask me why. What do you think about what you're going to say on video while you're skating, or do you analyse it after the fact? What is your process? Your detail makes you it's very coach is very fun. My process has changed. In the early days, if you go back to some of the earlier videos, what I used to do is I used to film the video and comment on the video there and then. So I'd do a few attempts, and I'd think what is going wrong, and then I'd analyse it, and then I'd talk to camera in the moment in chronological order. So if you see any of those videos where I'm talking to the camera at the skate park, that is what has gone on. That is, and they're all honest, true representations. The only thing that's happened is I've edited out all the bits where I'm not skating, obviously, but I've also edited out, say I'm stuck doing the same thing over and over, I've spared you the boredom of watching the same mistake over and over again. So I might have only included that mistake once and then commented on it just to make the video a bit more snappy. But I found that production wise it was very hard to maintain quality, because whenever you start talking at a skate park, if there's anybody else at the skate park, not only is it embarrassing, it's not great for them, and also there's a good chance that your audio is going to be messed up by exterior sounds. And also wind was a real big problem. Wind on the microphone. If you're going to talk outside, it has to be a really still day. And I also like to film when it's sunny so it looks nice. So the amount of days I could film went drastically down. It needed to be a still, calm day with nobody at the skate park and it blazing sunshine. And I was like, I can't do it. So what I did recently is I changed the style up to be film all of the stuff, and I make a note in a book about what I'm feeling at the time. And then when I get back in here, which is a totally closed environment that I can make sure is, this is soundproof and the light is as I want it and everything, then I can deliver to camera those points. So it's sort of the same, only the production values are probably a bit better, and also it makes it a lot quicker because I'm not having to edit out wind noise, and I'm not having to worry about things, and also I can check back as to what I've done, whereas when I'm skateboarding I don't want to check back. I haven't got time. I want to get on with skateboarding. So sometimes I've done links to camera and the camera isn't recording, and then you're missing that link. So anyway, I'm going on. Oh my goodness. Oh, hello. Oh, I've got a lot of hey. So what we got here? Yeah, I think what I say. So Patrick, hi Patrick, 40-year-old, lifelong skater located here in sunny San Diego. Oh my goodness, what a place to live. Great. Tons of public skate parks here and lots of old school pros as well. Love your channel, you're an inspiration. Oh my goodness, I'd love to be in San Diego ripping some of those parks with those legends. Michael, yeah, being a musician myself, I feel there's somewhat of a connection between music making and skateboarding. Any thoughts? Put it this way, Michael, every single skateboarder I know plays guitar or is an artist or is a musician or at least has a burgeoning passion for bands and music and art and creativity. So there's always one of those in there. If I look around the skate park and I see a dude ripping and he's wearing wrist guards, I know that guy is a guitar player. Yeah, I think that's my thoughts. But I reckon skateboarding is an art form. Skateboarding is so creative, and you've got your canvas and then you decide what to do with that. And I think that mindset is very compatible if you're an artist or a guitar player, because it's the same process. Also, being a musician makes you very detail orientated. You're always honing in on what you could do better and addressing your weaknesses. And I think that is also very compatible with skateboarding, because you're going to fall off a lot and you're going to be thinking, how do I address a weakness a lot? Because it's going to be on the guitar, it might not be as starkly obvious, but when you fall off a skateboard, that's an obvious weakness that needs to be addressed. So I think the skateboarding, music, art, I think psychologically they're very compatible. I think. Do we get a full tour of the back garden shed? We only ever get to see one side. Oh, the other side it's in some videos actually. I don't know how I can do it. This is all like sellotaped on a tripod. So if you go back through some of the videos, you'll see. Oh no, there's one on chord of the day where you get to see the other end, which is me talking through the chord of the day, which was a challenge on Facebook that a mate started, and you had to do a chord of the day. If you check out that video, there's the other end of the shed. I've also got a live drum room, which is, I wonder if I can get, no, I don't think I can. No, if I twist this, it will fall over. It'd be a nightmare. Do you cover your mini ramp in the winter? Yep, I have just ordered a new cover for it because my old cover has been blown so much it's sort of ripped and rubbish and doesn't really cover it. So yeah, I think it's a good way to try and get a bit more life. But unfortunately, the second law of thermodynamics will dictate that ramp is not going to last. Okay, BMX Doom Riders. Oh, I like the sound of that already. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Hello. Oh, Evil Knievel in Rosalind, Canada. Brilliant. Loads of international flavour. Cat litter is what you want for moisture, and then sweep it out. Yeah, right, that's a great idea. I've also found some guys come down with a leaf blower as well. Leaf blower is a good one for the moisture. What kind of rails you use? I use the pig rails. I like a pig rail. For no other reason than the great late Jeff Grosso used pig rails, and he made a really good case for using them. I think he said that he's tried everything. And Jeff Grosso's board slides speak for themselves. So I thought, wow, that guy is getting good results and he's done his research. So I'm just going to follow Jeff Grosso. That's another guy, YouTube skate. Not that Jeff Grosso was a YouTube skater, but that Jeff Grosso show was a huge influence on me. That's like a sort of history lesson, so you can get your background correct. Yeah, love letters to skateboarding. Love that. Oh, Coach, thanks. I want to read your book. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Long-time viewer knows it's pig rails. Yeah. Where do I skate? Yeah, I skate a few different. I'm based in Bournemouth, which is on the south coast of the UK, and my favourite parks locally. I'm very lucky that within about a 2 mile radius, I've got my favourite spots. So my backyard mini ramp, obviously. Up the road, we're talking 2 streets up the road, is Prevail Skate House, which is the indoor wooden skate park that features in my videos, which I love. It's an amazing place, and there's an amazing crew that go there regularly. Sadly, it's closed at the moment for lockdown, but all of us can't wait to get back in there, because this time of year it's a premium spot, and we're very lucky to have it because it keeps us skating through the autumn, which I have found in my limited experience, autumn is a miserable time for skateboarding, just because if it ain't raining, it's blowing. If it ain't blowing, there's some damp leaves, and them damp leaves is not what you're after. Brilliant. I was just picking off, how skateboarding is that? Just picking off a scab. Dear, oh dear. Tomorrow I'm going to try a cool snake run that ends up in a bowl. Quite fun. I'll give you a shout on my Yo Skate surf skate. Hopefully it doesn't end with an injury. No, you'll be fine. Just send it, Seb. Don't even think about the injury. Just go and have a lovely old time. Hey, John. Friend of Alan Dale here. Hi, Ollie. Brilliant. Yeah, Alan Dale's a good mate of mine, drummer friend of mine. Drummer of choice, in fact. I did a long tour with Alan, and he's a very good friend. And nice one, Ollie. Nice. Oh, and there's Emma. Emma's saying hi. Sorry, this is latching down. I've got this on a laptop here because I can't do it on the phone. Oh, thanks, Emma. That's very kind. Hi, Luke. Luke skates with Hosoi. Oh my goodness. I say Christian Hosoi has got to be one of the all-time most stylish skateboarders of all time. And yeah, if I could even fall off with 20% of his style, I think I'd be happy. Because Incognitus, I can draw, but no ollie in the pocket. I'm trying hard. Cool, man. Foodie Skate Company, I'm going to play the drums, and skateboarding inspires me to create music as well. I think there are specific genres of music that are formed from the skateboarding roots. Yeah, Jeff Grosser did a really interesting video on skate punk and skate rock, and that crossover and those guys. If you watch the Bones Brigade documentary, there's quite a few musicians that they haul in to give like an outsider's perspective of what the Bones Brigade meant to like kids. And there's quite a few people on there. I think Fred Durst out of Limp Bizkit and those sort of guys. In fact, I checked out some videos of Fred Durst skateboarding, and he's really good. He's a really good skateboarder. I can count the stones on the ground. Whey! Billy Shilburn, yeah. I'm a working musician guitarist who wears wristbands. I skate with a drummer mate quite often. Brilliant, man. Yeah, very nice. There you go. That's another guitar player, musician. James, can you give a big shout out to Nathan? Yeah, my skate buddy who's left his crippled mate and a live JB session for a mountain bike night. Right, yeah, Nathan got in touch with me and said he was going on a night mountain bike ride, and I said, brilliant, that sounds amazing. Very, very nice. So yeah, all right, Nate, have a nice time. I hope your light is light. Okay, Nikita. Oh, I love to watch the skateboard videos. What's my favourite deck? Nikita, my favourite deck has to be the Andy Anderson deck, which sadly is quite hard to come by. Otherwise, I'd buy another one as a spare because I like it so much. But yeah, as a larger skateboarder, I'm 6'3". I just find it's got the right proportions for me. But one man's meat is another man's poison, and in skateboarding, there is no right and wrong in terms of gear. Everybody seems to have the thing they like, and fair play, if it inspires confidence and you rip on it, then it's good, I reckon. Oh, hello. Hey! Hello is in Brazil. Hello to Brazil. My goodness, there's some guys from Brazil that rip. A lot of my favourite guys on the Street League, it seems to be just Brazilian. The Street League seems to be just Brazilians winning. It's amazing, man. Ed just ordered Birch to resurface my ramp. Yeah. Some say marine pie, some say birch. What did I use? I used BB grade birch ply, and I painted it with masonry paint, and that seems to work a treat. And yeah, it's still going now with a cover on and the masonry paint. It seems to be taking care of business. It is quite good quality ply. If you are going to build a ramp, I would recommend, if you can, not go into your normal DIY spots, because you'll pay twice as much and it'll be pretty poor quality ply. Don't want to diss those guys, but if you can go to your local timber merchant, I went to Dorchester Timber, which is a timber merchant, and they did me a great deal on some quality BB birch ply. Shadow, sorry Steve, yeah, if I missed your great chip back in, sorry, there's so many, and I'm very paranoid about missing people out. Sorry, my question, but you seem to have answered it. I wear wrist guards. Yeah, wear wrist guards for your guitarist, definitely. The thing about wrist guards that I really like is they have sliders on, and that means that you don't get any of the associated sliding injuries, and you can also, that slide dissipates the energy very quickly. If you're wearing elbow pads as well, that dissipation of energy means that you'll take it on the elbow, which is a stronger thing. So I've heard people argue against wrist guards, saying they don't provide any support, blah, blah, blah. But I think if you use them correctly and you're mindful about it, you should be able to dissipate an awful lot of energy. And you also won't get the rash, the skate rash from the old things. But again, there's great arguments for no pads. I had a lovely old time in no pads today, and it gets the ticker going. It increases the focus. Ooh, the adrenaline. Ooh, it's a different experience. So I can appreciate if you are amazing at skateboarding why you wouldn't want to wear them, for sure. Baz, last week I had loads of fun on a big pump track back here. Have you ever visited one? I bet you'll love it. Yeah, I did a couple of videos of the Bartley pump track in Totton, and we've also got a little pump track out the side at Prevail, and I do like a pump track. It's a knee burner, and it's a thigh burner for sure. Hey, met you at Corfe a few weeks back. Keep it a great work. Hey, Rich, yeah, I'll tell you what, Corfe Mullen is a rich ground for meeting dudes, because there's a bit of standing around, because it's a bit more street, back and forth. So it's a good opportunity to have a bit of chat. Nice one, dude. It's just pumped me out. So that's Rich. Yeah, nice one, man. Luke Haynes, I skate with my son at Outdoor Van. Brilliant, Luke. Nice one, man. OMG. Right there. Luke, I skate with Jeff Grosso's son. Oh my goodness, Luke. You guys you skate with these guys. Oh, we're lucky in Poole that we've got such a great skate scene, and there are some dudes who rip, and it's very aspiring, and I'm very lucky to skate with people better than me. In general, pretty much skate with people that are better than me all the time, which is not that hard. So Keith, skating keeps us young, dude. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Although I'm feeling a bit old today. I have to say the old knee. Oh, that knee. Oh, Ben DeGross to your list of YouTube skaters. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I like his style. Very good. Based off the guys you mentioned. Yeah, I do like Ben. Yeah, I've seen his videos. Luke says, I've met everybody from the Bones Brigade. Oh my goodness. Very nice. Keith. Misreading Thrasher in the 80s and then finding spots in the mag. Lucky to grow up in California, now skate in Durham. The new Alva story was rad. Yeah, that was another Jeff Grosso video, wasn't it? Done posthumously, but that Alva story was lovely. And yeah, I mean, growing up in Cali, whew, what a dream. Tony Alva played the bass, yeah. Tommy Guerrero, Tommy Guerrero plays guitar. I think Steve Caballero plays bass and guitar, doesn't he, in bands? He loves it. I think Steve Alba plays guitar. They all love a bit of it. I think even Tony Hawk plays a bit of keyboards and stuff, doesn't he? Andrew, built a ramp the same as yours. What do you use this time of year to dry the rain or dew? I put the cover on, and then I whip the cover off, and I have whatever towels in the washing basket. I quickly, when the wife's not watching, whip out the towel, give it a quick once over, and she's usually a good one. Mr. Rad Stuff, yeah! Long time watcher, why do you think you've progressed so fast? From your rock and roll to where you are now is such a huge leap. That's very kind, man. Maybe the surf background. It's hard to say. From my perspective, I don't think I progress particularly fast, and that is charted against others' progress. There's a couple of dudes that I skate with, and they'll know who they are, and they progress way quicker than me. They've got much better wiring. For whatever reason, they're just wired up. They understand it. They don't overthink it the way that I do. They're not saddled with baggage, and they just go and do it. And they progress. They're definitely quicker to learn tricks, and definitely more consistent once they've done that. So I've got those guys that I'm skating with, and they're my benchmark, and I'm thinking that's what a normal guy. So from my perspective, I sort of make up for that lack of, if you will, wiring or talent by just doing it a lot in quite a focused fashion. And I guess it's probably time that I put into it, that's because I'm really fortunate with my day job pre-COVID afforded me the opportunity to skate after the school run in that window, but also during the pandemic, because I haven't really had the opportunity to do as much guitar-based work. It's also afforded me the opportunity to focus on the skateboarding. So that might be it. But I think the surfing background and the fact I have surfed and ridden boards like the kite surfing and things like that, I think that's definitely helped. The kiteboarding and windsurfing in particular, I think, has helped my fakie riding. And I probably, out of all the things that I can do on a skateboard a little bit, that's probably the one that I've got the best wiring for. And it's no surprise, it's just because I've ridden both ways on wakeboards and kiteboards and windsurfers for quite a long time. So that to me doesn't seem massively alien. Whereas I guess if you're a skateboarder and you ride in one stance, then all of a sudden switching that, you're going back to being a complete beginner, I guess. But that's a long-winded answer. I also think it's circumstance, it's a real, obviously a dreadful shame about the pandemic, but it has afforded me the time, and it also did force me to make my ramp because the skate parks were closed. So that's a weird thing that's been thrown in there that might have upped. It's definitely improved the mini ramp skateboarding, because I wouldn't have improved it that unless I built my own ramp for the reasons I mentioned. There just wasn't a mini ramp that was accessible enough around here. Anyway, my goodness, enough of my yakking. Let's boogie. Luke, skate with Andy Anderson at the Outdoor Vans. Oh my God, Luke, is there anybody that you haven't skated with? I would love to skate with Andy Anderson. Oh my goodness. Alva Steep Tails. Oh, hello, it's jumped again. It keeps jumping. It's very upsetting. Can you say hi to Josh? Hi, Josh. That's from Burke's Bowling. Hi, Josh. How you doing? Nod off. Dave Webb, what do you think of your Tony Hawk deck on the rack behind you? I really like the Tony Hawk deck. That bad boy's really nice. It's got a very long wheelbase and obviously created for the vert ramp. So I bought that one just because I'm a bit of a Tony Hawk fan, and it was an absolutely ridiculous deal when I got it. It was like, I don't know why, it was like 37 quid or something. So it was an impulse buy, and I was like, well, you've got to buy that, haven't you? Hey, sup, John? That's Uniskate's brilliant. Hi, Michael. And hi, Luke. And Dave. Yeah, that's Tony Hawk. Michael, hi. Hi, Michael. Brooks Bodicky said hi, Josh. Done that one. Fish and Dive. Who wants board set? Oh, hey. Michael. He loves skateboarding, not half. Skateboarding PL. Greetings from Polish skateboarders. Hey, Poland. I've been to Poland many times. Not half. Just a little bit more of a cup of tea there. Sip of the old tea. And Burke. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Odge. That's very kind, man. Oh, it's jumped again. I am so paranoid that I'm missing people. I'm so sorry. This is just going out of control. 4K before 2021. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a funny thing, the YouTube. It seems to be exponential in growth. I'm noticing it took like 10 months and forever to get that first 1,000. And 1,000 on the YouTube is when it opens up the ability to communicate, you know, through the community tab and etc etc. And then the 2,000 came in 2 months, so that's like 10 versus 2. And then this 3,000, to get 3,000 has taken a month. So it's fair to assume, I don't want to jinx it, but we're already at 3,100. So not that it's a massive importance. I didn't really ever start the channel for that reason, but I'm not going to lie to you. As Yngwie Malmsteen, the guitarist, quite rightly pointed out, more is more. So the opportunity to make a bigger community is going to be meaning there is more, and more is more. What's favourite concave width wheel size for my ramp? Yeah, John, I like the Andy Anderson deck, which is the Powell Peralta concave, 9-inch wide. I got 55mm wheels for the mini ramp and 60mm wheels for the bowl. Hung out with Gator and a bunch of his folks at the Dalmar parking lot one night. He was playing guitar and everyone was singing Beatles songs. Celtic Death, my goodness, there's some amazing stories here. This is all stuff I would have loved to have happened, but started a bit too late. Can I dragon flip Fire Hazard? I think we all know the answer to that one. Woohoo! And it's great that the skateboard Poland is saying, hey, from the Polish skateboard is brilliant. And Spicer, do you keep the concrete coping or are you on metal now? No, I changed to the metal coping. The concrete coping was an experiment, and it was because I couldn't get any metal because of lockdown. But I found a dude who was a scaffolder and he was selling lengths of scaffolding. So for 20 quid, I went and picked up a length of scaffold and I now have steel coping and I love it. I did like the concrete, but I'm not going to lie to you, the upkeep on that was savage. It was lots of lacquer and a bit of filler, and I seemed to be knocking bits out of it. And my son skates and scoots, and scooter on concrete coping is not a great mix. Yeah, it's Greg. Hi, Greg. Mini ramps near us. Looking forward to West Moors Park being redone next year. Yeah, indeed, sir. That would be very nice. And hey Graham, what's your dream trick list? Someone's probably asked you. Oh, my dream trick list is really easy. It's tuck knee frontside air over the coping, frontside Smith grind. That's pretty much it. If I could ollie onto some sort of ledge, even if it's like a frontside 50-50, that would be pretty exciting. Those are the dream. I don't know whether we'll ever get there. Oh my goodness. Oh, an invert would be nice as well. Oh, and some sort of crazy, real big vert. I was lucky to get down to Mount Orc again and skate the really big 14-foot vert ramp again, and that's intoxicating in its challenge and the amount of adrenaline it releases. I was coming off and I really shaking. The knees were shaking. How do you do with people yell and do a kickflip? I'm still learning them. Yeah, they can yell all they want. It's never going to help. Hey, Dan. How's John? How life's... Oh, nice one, Dan. Yeah, nice to see you, dude. And James, I wondered what came first, complaints from the neighbours or your mini ramp soundproofing? Oh, yeah. You know the score, James. And you're supposed to. We're using plastic coping to keep the noise down. Ah, interesting. Plastic coping, very... That was what they had on the Animal Chin ramp, if I remember right. And it's interesting. Wonder how that works. Andrew, not sure how it compares to metal. I would imagine it's more slidey, the plastic. I would imagine, but I guess if you polish your steel up, might be quite good. Well, that's it, guys. That's amazing. What an amazing and very fast 60 minutes that's been. And thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. Thank you very much for all your kind comments and all your amazing questions. And if you've enjoyed this half as much as I've enjoyed doing this, that means I've enjoyed it twice as much as you've enjoyed watching it. And I reckon that's probably a fair appraisal of what's going on. So, yeah, see you next time. Andrew, brilliant. And keep an eye out for that t-shirt update. That's going to be hitting soon. As they say in the skate world, I believe, if you're really hip. that's going to be dropping. My t-shirt will be dropping soon. I believe that's the correct vernacular. I'm still learning. It'd be churlish not to get one of those t-shirts. Check them out. And Mr. Radstuff says, yeah, that's right. Next time to everybody. And my next video, I think, is going to be October Sessions, which is a roundup of all the Instagram clips, talking about those, because none of those little mini missions are long enough to make a proper video about. Then it's going to be the surf skate sliding video, and then it's going to be the surf skate park trucks, C5 trucks comparison with the Indies video, and it will keep rolling. Brilliant. Thanks very much. Can I do any flip tricks? I can do a strawberry milkshake, Noah, and that is it. Oh, I can also do the, I don't know whether it counts as a flip trick, I can do the no comply 180, the one where you go along and step off and flip the board and then go fakey. I can do, I don't know, I don't think that's a flip trick really. I think you're talking about kick flips and heel flips, and the answer is no. Definitely not. That's pretty hardcore. Right, nice one, guys. Keep safe. And I'll see you next time. I'm a middle-aged guy learning how to skate. Woohoo! How do I make it stop? Make it stop.